Jojo, great speaking to you, man. And I gotta say right off the top, thank you so much for being part of the Black History Month series we did with the CCMAs. It was an amazing conversation that I had with you. You were so open, and it was just great talking to you, man. How are you doing since then, and how have things been going for yourself, man? You've been getting your shots and everything else too?
Funny enough, I'm going today.
Oh, wow.
Thinking in me today for my second one, but I am getting them. Personal choice kind of thing. I feel like that's the move. But everything's good, man. Everything's good. Thank you for letting me be a part of the Black History Month and bringing me on it and letting me speak my truths, man. It was a heck of a conversation with you, man. So it's nice to see you again. Nice to chat with you again. And I'm good, man. I'm chilling. I'm good.
I love it, man. Now I want to double check and make sure you were in Calgary, weren't you, recently?
I was, yes,
Calgary Stampede.
sir.
How was that to finally be back in front of an audience? Because I've been seeing pictures and some videos coming up on Facebook, man. They are rampant down there for this.
Here's the coolest thing about the whole thing is
Mhm.
for with the amount of people that were there, I felt the safest I have felt
Really?
being out in public. Let me tell you why. It's because they did it right. The Stampede did it right. They said, all right, if you're gonna come in, proof of vaccine. If you choose not to get your vaccination, you have to show us right now that you do not have COVID-19. So they had tents out. They had tents out before you went in to take a rapid test. So there was over 50,000 people that came through that tent. Only 3 cases were found before they got into the tent, man.
Wow.
It was insane. So I didn't feel for the first time in 18 months, Rude, it felt normal, bro. It was the craziest. I felt safe. I felt safe. It
That
was
is
crazy, man.
that's great. I hope other festivals follow what Calgary Stampede did, because I didn't know about that. So that's an amazing thing to hear about.
Yeah,
So
man.
fantastic with that. But something else happened down there too. Um, gold, 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 gold. Congrats, man.
Man, thank you, brother. You know what? I remember my first day getting signed to 604 Records out in Vancouver with Jonathan Simkin and my manager Jenna, and they were taking me around the label, and I seen all these plaques on the wall, these plaques on the wall, plaques on the wall. I said to them, I said, one day I'm gonna have some of these, I'm gonna make y'all proud. I'm gonna have some of these. And 6 years, man, it took 6 years, and we got one. We got one, bro.
Fantastic, man. What's it for? What single or what album?
It's for the single "Better on You."
Of
So that
course.
was my biggest song to date, my highest charting song, and my first gold, man. My
Now,
first
did you
gold.
did you have any aware, like, how did this get presented to you, and like where were you and everything?
I was choked, man. Okay, so okay, I had no idea. I can't believe that nobody told me. Nobody spilled the tea, man. I couldn't believe it. So I'm on stage, and I was doing a Justin Bieber cover, "Love Yourself," and the way I go about it, I do "Love Yourself." The crowd gets into it, and they're getting mad at their exes with
Mm,
me because that's part of the show.
right.
And then afterwards, I follow with "Better on You," because every breakup follows with some, or every love story has some breakup history, right?
Mhm.
So I wanted to play "Better on You" next. It was in my set. I'm about to start talking. My fiance is over there. I got a whole thing. I'm ready to pop off, talk about her. And all of a sudden, I look to my left, and Dal Smith's standing right beside me. I'm thinking to myself, what the hell are you doing on this stage? I'm going through my set list. I'm going through my set list. I'm like, I don't have any songs for you to sing. I don't want to sing my love song to my fiance with you. What are you doing here? So in my mind, I'm going, what the hell? What the hell? All of a sudden, I look a little bit more to my left, and there's my 2 managers. And I didn't really even see what she was holding, but I'm looking at Kelly, I'm looking at Jen, I'm looking at Kelly, I'm looking at Dallas, looking at Kelly, looking at Jen, looking at, what the hell's going on here? I'm thinking to myself. Dallas jumps on the mic, and I'll post a video. We caught it all on camera. I'll post a video, but it was one I had no idea. I was fully surprised. I was a puddle on stage. I started crying on stage. Man, it was one of the coolest, specialist moments I've ever had. And then I got off the stage. I called my mama, and she started crying because she always do. Oh man, it was for me, brother, it was just a really big team win. We've been through a whole lot in the last few years, and this one really solidified all the hard work and all the ups and all the downs that we've been going through. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I'm just curious, where is it right now, man? Is it in bed with you? Like, is it in between you and the fiance? There it is.
Everywhere I go.
I was gonna say, is it between you and the fiance when you're in bed or something? This is like, no, baby, you got to move over the pillows for him.
I've got to make sure that this thing on the other side. So I got them both. You know, I got them both like this.
Keep you in the middle. I love that, man. How is she doing too, man? I got to make sure I ask that.
Fantastic, man. She's doing really well. She's taking some time for herself to focus on her right now, and I love that about her. And it's amazing to watch her grow in right now. You know, we've been through a lot together as well, and I feel like for her to be there in that moment for me was, I did not want anybody else there. I was looking around, and it's funny. Her friends that were back there, there's some of the friends that were back there, they grabbed her, threw her on stage in the middle of it, and said, "He's looking for you. Go kiss your man." And she came right out and planted one on me. I was just like, oh, that's my baby.
I love it, man. Now, speaking of taking care of yourself, because you've been doing that, I've sent you messages before, so I'm now going to ask you in front of everybody, what is going on with you and boxing? And I've been seeing you in some boxing facility. What is that exactly?
That is my best friend, Frankie. Frankie Lasasso. He runs a gym called Box to Fit. And it feels like a real gym. Anyways, during the pandemic, I was like, shoot, I was working out the whole time. He asked me, he said, "Hey man, I need a little bit of help. My classes are starting to get a little busy. Do you want to take over?" I said, "Okay, sure." So I've been boxing for, off and on for 10 years. Nothing competitive, too crazy, but I know where I am, and I know that I'm able to train and show some people a couple of things. So I've worked 2-3 days a week, 4 days a week, and whenever he needs me to fill in on some classes, I fill in. But I also get my workout in too, which is really, really nice. And so I started training people on the side as like a little side hustle, and I love it, man. I love it. It's nice. I get to go to my gym. I get to throw some hands. I get to get exercise. I get to keep my mind right, get any aggression or negativity out of my way. It's the best, man.
And you know what? I'm so proud of you on that. I mean, I tried working out at home. It wasn't the same thing. It did not work for me. The gym's opened up finally here in Ontario, so I'm heading back. I cannot wait to be back in the gym. I've been lucky enough that I've been able to lose weight, though, because I've been watching what I'm eating and everything else, too. But, everybody's looking forward to going back to shows. And you mentioned about Dallas. Dallas has something that's going to be going on in September. You're a big part of this. It's something very unique. I know that Calgary had something like this before, and now we're going to have this with Dallas, and it's for a good cause, too. Please explain to the folks what we're talking about.
So a couple of years ago, Dallas mentioned that he was going to be starting his charity that was going to benefit mental health, and it was going to allow resources to be allocated to people that need it. And I was all in. I said, man, that's the best, because that's one of the things him and I connected on right out the gate was being able to take care of ourselves mentally and the ups and the downs of this business. And he's always been there for me whenever I needed anything. So to see this come full circle is just, for me, I'm blown away. And the fact that I get to be a part of this. So what it is, this is the kickoff show for kickoff charity benefit for his charity. We're doing it at the Westin Bay Hotel, downtown Vancouver. We're going to be selling hotel rooms. So you buy your hotel room. You don't have to worry about drunk driving home. You don't have to worry about getting home. You can get food to your room, booze to your room. You got a place to party. Take your 4 best friends. You go into your room and you watch the show from the balcony, which is one of the concepts, man.
Because they do it in, it's if I'm correct with that one, if it's the same thing, it's a pool surrounding like the hotel basically surrounded, and you guys are performing in the pool that's got no water, or is it just an area that they have opened up?
This is an area that they have
It
opened up,
opened up. Okay.
but there is a pool, and there's a good chance your boy gonna be going for a dip.
This is incredible because, like I said, I know they did this in Calgary, and I know they did it in a pool with the hotel surrounding it. It is probably one of the smartest and safest things I've ever seen because if you're still worried about COVID and not wanting to mingle around people, you can be around people. But as you said, you are in your hotel room. You got your bed, you got your toilet, you got your food, you got everything. And on the outside, you got great music and the people that you feel safe with in your room, and you're able to party and have a good time.
Yeah, man. And what a way to kick off shows coming back than doing something so special that means so much to me, but I know that means so much to a lot of people. So man, hats off to Dal and his team and the things that they've been working, because this is fantastic. And I'm just glad I get to be a part of it because we talked about this. This is near and dear to me, right?
So what are the plans now? So you got a big taste of what was going on with Calgary. We're talking about this too. What's going on now with you, with shows, new music? What's happening there?
We got a bunch of new music ready to go. We got a new one coming out at the end of August. We got some shows that we're playing too to facilitate the rest of the year and until next year. And I think next year's going to be off the chain, man. I think next year's this year's just let's get our feet wet a little bit. Let's have a couple of shows. Let's get our feet wet again. And then next year we're coming out the gate. Okay. I think that's what's happening, man. I think that's what's happening.
As we're wrapping this up, because you were a strong advocate when it comes to mental health. People are in that fatigue, Mind you, a lot of people are thinking, okay, it's the third wave. We got nothing to worry about. We don't know yet and exactly what's going to happen this year. Because as I was talking to somebody else, I was actually on another show earlier where, these waves start around November, December, around when things get warm because what's happened, I should say cold, when things have happened this summer. If there's a chance of a fourth wave, what advice can you give us for that mentally fatigue that we've gone through where the ups, downs, people are on a real high. Might be a chance there may be a down again because, like I said, we're not out of this completely.
Lean on each other. Mm-hmm. Lean on each other. Don't ever hesitate. Don't think that your feelings if you're going through it, if you're going in your downswing, don't think that your feelings are less important than anybody else's or you're burdening somebody. That's why we have friends. That's why we have family. So we can preach our feelings to them and lean on each other, man. Lean on each other and try to eat proper. Try to exercise, all the things, you know what I'm saying? But for me, what really helped me was leaning on each other.
All right, brother. Look, thank you so much for the interview. Congratulations on your first gold record. Congratulations on what you did at Calgary. Looking forward to what's going to happen in Vancouver. Yeah, we've been wondering. There's a body that keeps walking back and forth over there.
That's my fiance. She's my dog keeps opening the door. There's this gap. My goodness.
It is the funniest thing because all I see is.
I noticed it too. I'm like, ooh, shit.
I'm just like, this is the last time I'm seeing Jojo Man. Does he know somebody's in the other room or something? Again, my brother, thank you so much for this interview. Continued success. Let's talk hopefully in September or later on when more of the new music is coming out, because I'm looking forward to everything you're doing. Thank you so much for the interview, man.
All the love, B. Talk to you soon.